Hello friends, welcome to this video. And in this video, we are going to learn about GradCAM and implement it in the PyTorch framework. So our first question is, what is GradCAM? GradCAM refers to gradient weighted class activation mapping. It is a technique used to improve the interpretability of the deep neural network, particularly convolutional neural network. It helps visualize which region of an image contribute the most to the model's prediction by producing a heat map overlay on the original input image. So in this way, we know which part of our image is most important, or we can say which part of the image the model is mostly focusing on. Like the one we can see in this image, the model is focusing on the dog and mostly around its face. Now, what is the core idea in the GradCAM? So the core idea is, first we compute the gradient of the predicted class score concerning the feature map of the last convolutional layer. These gradients are then used to weight the feature maps, highlighting important regions of the image. Now here in the image you can see its structure and how it works. And in the image below you can see the input image and the heat map over that. And here we can also see it is mostly focusing on the dog face. So here we can say the deep neural network uses dog face as the main criteria to classify this image as dog for that specific class. Now what are the advantages or benefits of using GradCAM? So our first advantage is it enhances model interpretability by visualizing decision making areas. Next, it is useful for debugging and understanding model failure. Like in some case where you are not getting correct performance or state of the art performance, you can use GradCAM to analyze why your model is not working or which part of the image the model is mostly focusing on. Maybe there is something wrong with your data. So it would help you to analyze and debug your problem. Next, it aids in improving trustworthiness in critical applications like healthcare and autonomous system. And at last, it helps identify biases in the AI models by analyzing class specific activation. Sometimes what happen is our AI model try to cheat us by looking at some unwanted information which we by mistake give it in our images or the data. Like instead of focusing on that specific image, a specific part of the image, it focuses on something else and try to use that feature to classify. So these are few benefits of the GradCAM. Now we'll try to implement the GradCAM in the PyTorch framework. So let's start. First of all, we are going to import all the libraries that we need for this task. And here our main library is the PyTorch itself. So now we'll implement functions that we will use for the GradCAM. So here our first function is the preprocess image. And what this function does is it take the image path and pre-process it and give you the pre-processed image that you can use for your task. Inside it, we first read the image as an RGB. Next, we resize the image to specific size, that is 224 to 224. As for this task, we are going to use MobileNetv2 and this specific size is required by this model. Next, we're going to convert it into a tensor and then we're going to normalize the image using the mean and the standard deviation. And finally, we add a batch dimension to it and we get our preprocessed image tensor. Next, we have another function to get the class label. So what this function simply does it take the model prediction specifically from this MobileNetv2 and it give you the class index. So I think this function is really simple to understand and I hope it won't take that much of your time to get it. Next, we have another function which we will use to get that last layer from the MobileNet v2, based on which we gonna generate the heat map. So here we have this function and it have two argument. First is the model itself and next is the name of the layer. So here we have a for loop and we loop over the model modules and we specifically match. If we get a specific match with the name of the module, we get that layer. Otherwise we will raise an error. This is really simple, and this is one way to extract that feature map from any given neural network. Next we have our main function that is used to compute the Grad-CAM, and this is a big function, so I'll copy it completely and explain it to you line by line. Yeah, so it take the following argument. First is the MobileNet v2 model, next is the image tensor, after that it has the class index, then name of the layer, that is feature.18. And I'll tell you why this specific name we have used for the MobileNet v2. Don't worry about that. So now we will use our function, that is getConv layer. Okay, so with this function we have our convolutional layer for that specific layer. Next we have forward hook to store the activations. So with this entire set of code, these few lines, we get that feature map which we need for our Grad-CAM. Okay, next we're gonna compute the gradient. You see we set that we specifically require the gradient, so we set it to true. Then we have our image tensor, we give it to our MobileNet v2 and we get the prediction. Next we have our loss for the specific class index, because to calculate the gradient we need the loss. Then we have this zero grade, then we do the back propagation and we get the gradients. Next we pool those gradient, okay, over the axis 0, second and third. So we simply get a vector of pooled gradient which is equal to number of feature channel, number of output feature channel in your feature map that we get from the MobileNet v2. Next we will remove this hook and then we get these activations. Okay, now what we here do, we have our activations and we simply multiply each feature map in this activation with a specific integer from this vector of pool grads. Okay, so it's simply a spatial map with specific height and width and a specific integer. So it here basically it weight each feature map accordingly. Okay, now we have we would calculate the mean of all those features, all those feature channels and get a single feature map. Then we pass it via this this np max. So what we basically do is, this is ReLU activation function, and then we divide the value of the heat map with the maximum value, so that all the values inside it became normalized, that is in the range of 0 and 1. And with this way we have our normalized heat map. So this function is basically essential for the Grad-CAM computation. Till now we have got our heat map and now we just need to use it and overlay over our image. Now our next function is basically how we can overlay this heat map over our input image. Now here we have overlay heat map function. It take your image path, heat map that we have generated here in the above function, and the alpha value. Next we read our image as RGB, then we resize our heat map, because this heat map I think would be of size 7 by 7. Then we convert this heat map into a integer, unsigned integer 8, and we multiply its value by 255. because if we know till now the value inside the heat map is in the range of 0 and 1, and we are multiplying it by 255 so that it would also look RGB, because the range of RGB is from 0 to 255. So we multiply it by maximum value. So if the value of heat map, let's say, is 0 and we multiply 0 with 255, so it became 0. And if the value of heat map is 1, it would become 255, and accordingly value in between them would get the values. Now we apply a color map over this heat map. Okay, and then we superimpose our heat map over our image, and we get a superimposed image with heat map over it. So these are all the functions. Now what we'll do, we'll execute all those inside our main function. Yeah, and from here the execution would start. Now what I'll do, I'll simply comment out this part, and I'll simply write print model. First of all, we'll see now we'll see if it is working or not. Okay, now we can see it work, and we get all these layers and everything. Now this is MobileNetv2, and if you just remember, we have this conv layer name featurenet.18. Now why featurenet and then .18? I'll show you. So here you can see inside MobileNetv2 we have features, and inside we have 0 and again. So what we want is features from feature the last layer, and that last layer would be 18. Got it? Because after that we have a classifier. So that's why it have said we have written features.18, and I think that output is basically this relu 6. I think we just need output from conv layer, but I think this would also be fine. It's not that bad. Specifically, you can update the code to get this output of this conv layer specifically, because I'm not that expert in extracting specific feature map from the PyTorch. TensorFlow, I believe, is really easy in that case, but I still have some confusion with PyTorch. So if you have any good resource from where I can learn this, please comment it down so that even I can update myself. Okay, so we get to know why we choose feature.18. Now I'll uncomment this. So first of all, we have an image dog2. I'll write it dog1, and I'll show you the image dog1. This is dog1 and this is dog2. Then we pre-process image and we get our image tensor. Now then we make a model prediction, get the class index, we print the index. Then we use our compute GradCAM function, we generate our heat map. Then we use our image path and heat map and get our superimposed image, basically heat map with input image. Then we save it. Now let me run this. I hope we don't have any error. And here you can see we have class index 208. And I don't know what this class 208 means, specific labels. What does it mean? Okay, here's our, now we need this heat map. Okay, here you can see on our image we have our heat map, and from the heat map we can see the image is mostly yellow or red or orangish around the dog face. So which basically means the model MobileNetv2 is mostly focusing on the dog face for that specific class. Now we'll do again with another image dog2, and we save it as 2.jpg. Let's run this. It's a dog, so it has different class index. Okay, because it's a different breed. Now the heat map, again here you can see, here in this image also we can see the MobileNetv2 is focusing on the dog face for the classification. So we have got both the heat maps here, and we can easily see which part of the image the deep neural network or the convolutional neural network or MobileNetv2 is mostly focusing on. And In the same way, you can use this GradCAM implementation for your work, and I hope it would help you in your task. And if it helped you, please make sure to like the video, share it with your friend on your social media, even I can get some reach. And at last, please make sure to subscribe the channel to get more such videos. So thank you, have a nice day.